ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this first one. Find the midpoint of this. The first thing you have to do is you have to get the endpoints. You have to get the coordinates of the endpoints. That's -1, that's -1. So that guy's at -1, -1. This one here, that's -5, that's -5, so -5, -5. So is everybody okay with finding the coordinates of the points in the coordinate plane? Alright. Now, the formula that you should probably write up here so you have it for the midpoint is x1 plus x2 all over 2, y1 plus y2 all over 2. So it's just the average of the x's, the average of the y's. So we take this from -1, -1, what's my x value? -1. What's the x value from this ordered pair, -5, -5? -5. So that's plus a -5. So we don't have to worry about changing things from positive to negative like we did in the distance formula. Now the y value here, it ends up being the same thing. -1 plus that -5. So what's -1 plus a -5? No. No. -6. So it's going to be -6 over 2. And this one's going to be -6 over 2. So what's half of 6? 3. So we get -3. We keep the negative, -3. And this one was nice because it was pretty straightforward and you could actually see where the midpoint was on the screen itself. But you know what? That's not going to happen that often. Yes, sir?
You have to do all that work, or just like look at the middle and
You have to do all the work. You can't just look at the middle and figure it out because the chances of that actually happening are really slim. Like, take a look at this one. Well, actually, this one's not too bad either. But you can't just look at the middle and figure it out. Let's do number 4. Number 4 is, where's the middle going to be? It doesn't go nice and neat through any single point. So we're kind of out of luck when it comes to that. So we have to figure out our endpoints. That one's 5, 3. That one's -4, -1. So what do we do with our x's? Add them up. So 5 plus a -4. And then we divide it by 2. So I use the 5, I use the -4. Now I have 3 and a -1. 3 plus that -1 all over 2. So what's 5 minus 4? 1. So it's 1 over 2. Am I going to have to do anything else with 1 over 2? Or can I keep it 1 over 2? I can keep it 1 over 2. Now I have 3 minus 1. So what's that? 2. 2 over 2, which is 1. So I'll just rewrite it as 1/2, comma 1. And the midpoint is right about there. Now, there's another way that you can do this. And it's sort of like the XY chart from yesterday that I showed you with the distance formula. Take your 2 points. 5, 3, and negative 4, negative 1. Now, do we subtract them or do we add them? For the midpoint formula, we add them together. Because remember, the midpoint formula is going to be finding a middle or an average. So I'm going to add these two together. So 5 plus a negative 4, which really is 5 minus 4, there's your 1. 3 minus 1, 3 plus a negative 1, or 3 minus 1 is really your 2. And then what do you do afterwards? Do we, like in the distance formula, we would take these numbers and square them together. But now what would we do? What's going on right here with these 2's? Yeah, you're dividing by 2. So you take these numbers, divide them both by 2. Well, what's 1 divided by 2? 1 half. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. So if you like to do it that way better, that's something that you can do as well.